Now for this last section, I underline the main idea. Clouds are associated with rain and snow. And then I'm going to circle details or underline. Most rain that occurs begins as snow. So I'm underlining that. And then ice crystals called cirrus clouds grow. I'm circling that. And then they get heavy. I'm underlining that. So the crystals start to fall because they're too heavy in the sky. Then they collide or hit, I'm underlining that, and combine with other ice crystals. And when the crystals become too heavy again, they drop or fall as precipitation. Underlining that, circling precipitation. Then it says air that the crystals fall through are cold. So I'm underlining that. Precipitation reaches the ground as snow. So when it's cold, they come down as snow. Underlining that. Crystals, again, underlining that. If they go through warm air, underlining that, they come as rain. Circling rain. Okay, then it says if it's near the ground and it hits the ground and becomes ice, circling that. Near ground, hits ground, ice. And then it's dangerous. Definitely I'm going to circle dangerous. Okay, next part. Hail is formed when ice crystals are thrown up and down. They're too heavy to float, that last part, and fall to the ground. All right. So I just did my retell after I had read it earlier. So, Tori, you can put your pen down. After listening to me retell, what are two really important things you notice I did that would help you be a better reader when you're retelling to comprehend text?
Underline and highlighted the important details.
Pause. I underlined and highlighted what first before the details?
The main idea.
And then what were the details for?
To explain the main idea.
Yeah, so first I looked for what?
The main idea.
And then what?
The evidence to back it up.
Yeah, the evidence or details then to back it up. Alright, so one more time.
You were looking for the main idea and the evidence or the details to back it up.
Alright. So now you're going to get to read the text. Temperature and humidity that you've read before. And remember, you're going to read first what? How are you going to read first?
The main idea.
Well, remember how you read words?
Shout them out.
Yeah, you read all the way through the words. So I'm going to go ahead and give you your temperature and humidity text. And you're going to go ahead and read it first. I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for 4 minutes. You're just reading it first, sounding all the way through. Go ahead.
Okay. When you go outside, the air temperature is often the first weather condition that you notice. In the summer, if the sun is out, the air usually feels warm. On hot days, the air temperature can be above 90 degrees. If there are clouds, If there are clouds, the air often feels cooler because the clouds have blocked some of the heat from the sun's rays. The air is cooler at every high altitudes because the air is less dense and one ground is too far away to affect air temperature. Also, there are fewer molecules to absorb the sun's energy. Humidity is moisture in the air in the form of gas called water vapor. This water vapor comes from oceans, lakes, rainfall, and other sources from which water evaporates into the air. Sometimes the air has more water vapor than at other times. The amount of water vapor that the air can hold depends largely on the air's temperature. The warmer the air temperature, the more water vapor it can hold. Meteorologists refer to relative humidity when reporting how much water vapor is in the air. Relative humidity is a ratio that compares the amount of water vapor in the air to the largest amount of moisture the air can hold at the temperature. At 65%, relative humidity means the air is holding 65% of the water vapor it can hold at that temperature. Once the air has reached 100% relative humidity, it can't hold any more water vapor. When this happens, water vapor condenses or changes from a gas to liquid. The temperature at which water vapor condenses is called a dew point. Water droplets form on a plant when the night air cools and reaches its dew point.
All right, finish that text. So now what you're going to do is what Miss Hanson did originally. So you're going to start back at the beginning. So you did a really great job just now of reading completely through the words. I heard you really sound out meteorologist and ratio, sounded them out and made sure you got it correct because you were a little tricked on meteorologist at first. So now what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do your retelling. So remember, when you're doing your retelling in every section, you're looking for what?
The main idea.
And then what?
Evidence or the details that can support it.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to go ahead and start at the beginning, and you're going to give what you just said, the main idea, and then lots of details to support each main idea in the temperature and humidity sections of the text. All right, go ahead.
When you go outside, the air temperature is often the first weather condition that you notice.
Okay.
In the summer, if the sun has been out, the air usually feels warm. On hot days, the air temperature can be above 90 degrees. If there are clouds, the air often feels cooler because the clouds have blocked some of the heat from the sun's rays. The air is cooler at very high altitudes because the air is less dense and the warm rises to fall which affects air temperature. Also, there are fewer molecules to absorb the sun's energy. So this part is talking about like when you go outside, you can feel like the air temperature, and on hot days, how it can be like above 90 degrees. But when there's clouds, the air can like feel cooler, and like it'll block like some of the heat from the sun's rays. And then
Okay, hang on just a second for me. So you said it blocks somewhat from the sun's rays?
some of the heat from the sun's rays.
Okay. So now go ahead and go to the next section and tell me same way we're doing it.
Okay. Humidity is moisture in the air in the form of a gas called water vapor. This water vapor comes from oceans, lakes, rainfall, and other sources from which water evaporates into the air. Okay, so this part is talking about like humidity and like how the moisture in the air can be formed into like water vapor, and water vapor can come from different things like the oceans, the lakes, rainfall, and other sources, which like the water evaporates into the air from.
Boots, you're being a friendly boy. All right, so let's go ahead to that next section.
Sometimes the air has more water vapor than other animals. The amount of water vapor that the air can hold depends largely on the air temperature. The warmer the air temperature, the more water vapor it can hold. This is showing like how much water vapor can be all at once, and how the water vapor in the air can only hold a certain amount. And if it gets like any higher, then it won't work as much as you want it to.
All right, so what about the next section?
Meteorologists refer to relative humidity when reporting how much water vapor is in the air. Relative humidity is a ratio that compares the amount of water vapor in the air to the largest amount of moisture that the air can hold at the temperature. At 65% relative humidity means the air is holding 65% of the water vapor can hold at that temperature.
Okay.
This is showing like how like meteorologists can refer like all this weather to relative humidity, and like it can only hold like 65% of the water vapor. And
Hang
that
on, you said it's
is
showing meteorologists what?
how they can refer to relative humidity.
All right. And what about the last section?
Once the air has reached 100% relative humidity, it can't hold any more water vapor. When this happens, water vapor condenses and changes from a gas to a liquid. The temperature at which water vapor condenses is called a dew point. Water droplets form in a flame when the night air cools and reaches its dew point. This is showing like how the air can reach 100% relative humidity, and when this happens, like the water vapor condenses or like changes its form from like a gas to a liquid, and like when the water vapor condenses, it's like called a dew point.
All right. So, whew, how do you feel? Right. Long day, huh? So, what were our 2 objectives today? What do you think?
To show like how like I can read literally like 100% all the way through all the words and sound them out, and not make easy like mistakes, like these little mistakes.
Ignore him. Okay. And that was our first objective. So what about, that was your word recognition objective? Good job. And then what was your comprehension objective that we just finished?
To like find the like the main idea and the details and the evidence behind it to back it up.
Yeah, and that's called retelling. Great job. All right, so I really had fun practicing, making sure you found those main ideas and details to back it up. And then at the beginning, we had practiced sounding out those words, and you did some like really tricky words and actually got it right and helped Miss Hanson figure out some too. So, awesome job. All right, go ahead and stop.